You have absolutely no idea how much I am in a rush today. I'm late on everything. I need to prepare my luggage. I need to go to the barber. I need to do so many things. And of course, if you forgot, well, today at 6 p.m. Italian time, the champions, the draws. And of course, if everything goes well, we will comment them here live together on the channel. I can't wait. It's the last Mercato days. And the last Mercato updates are telling us that Kolo Muani, show me the money, is about to come back to Juve. Nicolo Savona about to go to Nottingham Forest. And then the big question mark, what about Dusan Vlahovic? Some people are saying yes, some people are saying no. We'll discuss about all of that in today's video. And of course, an update about the one that a lot of Juventini want to see in black and white. We are speaking about Edon Dzegorowa. Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe. Welcome back on the channel. I hope you're all doing well. Let me first start with sending a few birthday wishes. The first one to the player of Juventus. We are speaking about Weston McKennie. The other one to a next coach of Juve, Thiago Motta, and another one to a legend of Juve, Michele Padovano. Happy birthday to these three men. But also, I really want to take a moment to say happy birthday to my mentor, to my friend, Luca Momblano, that today is celebrating 50 years old. Buon compleanno. Auguri, Luca Momblano. Super important person. The most important from the one that I just mentioned. Grazie, Luca, for everything that you do for me. Grazie, grazie, grazie ancora. Are you ready? Because we have a lot of things to discuss. A controversial one. Guys, yesterday, Antonio Corsa went out with something that he said, revealing us that apparently Damien Comolli would have rejected from Napoli an offer from Dusan Vlahovic of, listen really well, 35 million euro. This is what Damien Comolli rejected. Now, I know personally Antonio Corsa. I know that it's not one that loves to go with huge big stories, to invent or to go for clickbait. This is absolutely not the person. Then on the other side, I have absolutely no idea today. I cannot confirm if that news is correct or not. But that's not really the point. What I can tell is that I know that De Laurentiis, Napoli, Conte, Manna, after the injury of Lukaku, they asked information about the Serbian number 9. This is something that I can confirm, that there was a real interest. Then I don't even know if Dusan would have accepted it. But again, this is absolutely not the point if the information is correct or not. The point is that if it would be true that Comolli, Juve refused 35 million euro for Dusan, well, I have a mixed feeling, a big mixed feeling. And I tell you that mixed feeling is not 25-75%. It's really 49-51%. I tell you the two feelings that I have inside of me if it was true. And the point again, I repeat, it's not even to debate if it's true or not. Let's say it's true. You refuse 35 million euro from Napoli for Dusan Vlahovic, for a player that is out of project, has been said publicly, a player that is in his last year of contract, that is absolutely no intention to renew, a player that in the books, in the beginning of this Mercato, in terms of value depreciation, was worth 20 million euro with a salary gross of 24 million euro. We are speaking about a 44 million euro cost for the player for the year 25-26. A player that we are, in a way, desperately waiting for him to accept a destination so that we can save on the salary, and on top of that, cashing in, trying not to do a minus Valenza, but at least being break-even. Break-even was 20 million euro. Today we are speaking about 16, 15, 17 million euro to actually not lose on the cost of the year of Dusan Vlahovic. When you have an offer that arrives of 35 million euro, I can tell you, you accept. Then if the player says yes or no, that's another story. You accept, even if it's a direct competitor, even if it's an opponent. Today you can tell me, Beppe, but they are fighting for a Scudetto and you are fighting for a top 4. So it's not really an opponent, but Napoli will always be an opponent. I'm not speaking about a rival, because you know that rivalry with Napoli, if you're looking at the history, it's not there. But today, Napoli is the favorite one to win the Scudetto. If you have a chance of competing, if the stars are aligning, and then you lose because Dusan Vlahovic is scoring 35 goals in the season, well, you have a problem. You lost because you gave them your best striker, solving one of their problems, that is a striker, because after Lukaku, they are really in need of a striker. If it's true, In a way, guys, it's stupid. It's stupid. Also because there are not a lot of offers. The only offers that we heard until today are the one from Milan, and it's not even a concrete official offer. It's an interest trying to have a mega discount. We heard about having him for free from Juve, with Juve doing a minusvalenza of about 20 million euro. Disaster. We heard about some interest from Newcastle, but not as a first choice, second, third, fourth choice, so not even sure to really go for the player. So that's the opportunity that you were waiting for. So in a way, it's stupid, because with that money, not only Kolo Muani would already have been in Torino and probably already scoring against Parma, uno, and two, you're saving a lot of money, and three, probably with that money saved, you could have reinvested in other roles. Not million and million, not 5-6 players, but you could have done something on the Mercato. So on that one, that's where I feel my 49% of one feeling. The other feeling, well, I tell you that I'm extremely happy. I'm extremely proud if, again, the news would be true. For what reason? It's quite simple. Because if you go back to the video that I made about Damien Comolli, my message, my personal demands and request for the new management was, please, send a message. Even if it costs you to take a huge big risk, to finish the Mercato without entries, to actually have an incomplete team, to have a team that is not ready today to fight for the Scudetto, send a message to the players, to the agents, to the entourage, to the opponent clubs, to Italian clubs, to clubs abroad, that it's over. That it's over with joking. Because I can tell you that if you go publicly as a president saying that the training center that you were able to build was paid because of the 3 flops, overpaid players from Juve, we are speaking about Fiorentina, this is a disrespect towards Juve. If you're asking for whatever player that you are asking for, 40 million euros, Sassuolo, and then you sell them for 30 million euros to Inter, this is a disrespect. And I have so many other stories about disrespecting Juve, which I'm absolutely not happy about. If we are speaking about, let me check another example, for example, the biggest one that I totally forgot, I needed to check against my notes, but the one of Napoli that is actually not saying yes to you for Osimhen. They wanted 90 million to sit at the table, otherwise they didn't want even to speak with us. For the other ones it was 75. We have a problem. On top of that, the huge big disrespect in saying to Galatasaray, okay, you can have it, we agree, but at one condition, that you put the anti-Italy clause, not an anti-Italy clause, and we all know that it's an anti-Juve clause. They cannot sell the player in the next 2 years to Juve. This is a huge disrespect, and I can tell you that if the story would be true that you refuse to reinforce Napoli, to solve them a problem, and to say, you know what, for Miretti, you wanted to disrespect us, giving us 12 million euro for Miretti, and you didn't want to increase for Osimhen, you are doing that. Well, I can tell you that if you tell them, no, we don't give it to you for 35 million euro, we don't care. We take a risk, but at least the message is clear. Don't fool, don't disrespect us. And on that one, I really want to say, bravo Damien Comolli, bravo Juve, not Damien Comolli, bravo Juve, bravo new management. Again, if the story would be true, and that's how I feel my 51%. So today, if the news would be true, I'm a bit more happy that we said no than that we say yes. Then is it stupid? Probably yes. Are we taking risk? Probably yes. We will never know if it's real or not, but anyway, that was my point about the situation. Pay attention because we switch towards the other topic, a huge one, Corriere dello Sport. Kolo torna in ballo. Kolo is dancing again. He's coming back to dance again. Sorry, guys. I'm tired. I'm really tired. I have a lot of things to do. Kolo Muani, attenzione, a te Juve. Kolo, here Juve for you is the title of Gazzetta dello Sport. Juventus and Paris Saint-Germain are in advanced talks for Randal Kolo Muani. Juventus was always optimistic to bring him back. Some things happening in the meanwhile that we explained yesterday during the live, so I will not repeat everything, but apparently they found an agreement that could be a loan with an obligation to buy, a really cheap loan. If you are believing Fabrizio Romano, it's 5 million euro for the loan of the entire year, plus 55 with the obligation. In these 55, it's already with bonuses included. So that 60 million euro will be the max. Pay attention, it's not 60 plus. It's maybe 50 plus 10 bonus. It could be 55 plus 5 million bonus. I don't know, but that's a max of 5 plus 55, everything in it. Is it expensive? Absolutely yes, it is expensive. Yesterday I told you, yes, it continues to be expensive, but on the other side, I can tell you that from the crazy request of 70 million euro from Paris Saint-Germain, we were able to decrease it, so we were able to negotiate, not as much as we wanted, because we didn't even want to put the obligation between you and me. Paris Saint-Germain that went totally crazy with some offers that arrived from other countries, from other clubs, and increasing that request, Juve was able to go for it. But then I tell you, is it really that expensive? If we know that Dusan Vlahovic will leave, if he stays or if he goes, he will leave Juve. It's a matter of time. Can be now, can be tomorrow, can be next season, but he will leave. The problem of looking for a striker will be again there. And guys, don't expect to go for a striker of 20 million euro next year. So you will have anyway to put money on the table and tell me a striker that you can have for 50 million euro, because that's what we are speaking about, for next year, for 50 million euro, that already knows the team, already knows Serie A, already showed his value in black and white with an immediate impact, that is able to actually know the teammates and is able to work really well with them, with Conceição, with Kenan Yildiz. We already have facts proven about that. Well, it will be extremely difficult. So I'm extremely happy to have Randal Kolo Muani, and I tell you, I will never blame him for his value, never, because the player has nothing to do with it. He would be happy to come back at Juve also for a value of 10 million euro. Now, Paris Saint-Germain couldn't go with Muniz Valencia. They wanted to cash in a bit, and that's why they are asking for that money. Then he comes to Juve. I will be really grateful for him for saying no to every single other team, taking a huge, big risk of not being in the national team now, because he has not been called up, but also missing probably the World Cup, because if he doesn't play, we have he has a problem. He could have been 6 months with the under-23 from Paris Saint-Germain. So I can tell you, bravo Kolo Muani for showing loyalty. Then, of course, I will judge you on the performances on the field, and that's a total different story. Dusan al diavolo, Dusan to the devil is the title of Tuttosport. Juve Colo is the second title of Tuttosport. Why Dusan to the devil? Does that mean that he goes to Milan? No. Maybe. We don't know. Nobody knows. And that's where we have a huge big problem of two probably different sources. You have the team Pedula, you have the team Fabrizio Romano, Matteo Moretto, Pedula, you have also you have a lot of journalists that are really divided about what Dusan Vlahovic decided, because all of them agreed on one thing. Juve for 15, 18 million euro, he can go to Milan. He can go to Milan. Juve and Milan, they already have kind of an agreement on the value of the player. Juve even said, if you don't want to pay cash, give us Salamakers. No, from Milan, because Allegri wants to keep him. But Juve and Milan, they already agreed on the transfer on the Serbian player. The problem is something else. And that's where you have the two different versions of the story. One is saying Dusan Vlahovic has absolutely no intention to lower his salary. Signor No in Gazzetta dello Sport, which means Mr. No. He doesn't want. He refused. He wants to stay an extra year at Juve, cashing in all what was promised to him in his contract and then leaving for free. He doesn't care if it's only Jonathan David. He doesn't care if it's on top of that Kolo Muani, that he will be the first, the second, or the second striker. He's ready to take the risk and then see what he will to do, because Mourinho, that yesterday was eliminated by the Champions League qualifiers, and Allegri were not able to 100% convince him and the entourage, while you have another part of the story that are saying, attenzione, because he would be ready to even accept between 6-7 million euro with a bonus when he will enter Milan, maybe with a small little bonus from Juve when he will leave Juve. But the problem is that Milan has internal wars between them, where some they want to go for him, some they don't want to go for him, and at the moment, well, they are blaming the player. They are making look alike that it is the player that is saying no, because they are not 100% decided. I don't know what is true. I don't know what is right. I just know that today is the 28th of August, and it's nearly over with Mercato. We don't know. Let's see what will happen on Dusan Vlahovic situation. What about Nicolo Savona? Nicolo Savona, he said yes already to Nottingham Forest. Juve said yes, okay, you can leave. We already spoke and explained about it, but now the difference is that Juve, that refused that first offer from Nottingham, even said no to a second offer, an offer that reached 16 million euro. How was it built? 12.5. fixed plus 3.5 as bonuses and a 10% on the future resale. Juve said, no, we want between the 18 and 20 million euro plus 10% of future resale. Will they find a compromise? Will Nottingham go with a third offer that is a bit higher than what they did now? Let's see. I'm really curious. What about Djegrova? Because a lot of people were asking me. Well, he's waiting. He's waiting in Lille to go into the jet, to go to La Continassa. Juventus needs to decide. He has the passport. He did everything. We cannot blame Djegrova on that one. Now it's Juve. Is Savona enough to go for the player? Is Vlahovic leaving? The big question mark. Is it Nico Gonzalez? According to all the papers, it's Nico Gonzalez that could potentially go to Atletico Madrid, but we are not sure. Now, there could potentially be a change of scenario. Juve had always said we want the loan with obligation to buy, could possibly change in the last few days, Saturday, to go with maybe accepting a loan with an option to buy. Will that be enough to let Djegrova come to Juve? We will discover it. Hopefully not tomorrow while I will be in the plane. Today, Champions League, we know it. Juventus will play against 2 teams from pot 1, 2 teams from pot 2, from pot 3, and from pot 4. I'm extremely curious against who we will play, but Juventus can cash in a lot now with that new format of Champions League, you know it. 28 more or less million euro on top of the already 19 million euro. That's what Juve will earn for just participating. Then 2 million euro for every win, 700,000 euro for the draw for every game. So it would be nice also to have teams that we could be able to beat, because every time that you beat someone you cash in. Then if you finish in the 8 first one, you have 2 million more. If you finish between the 9th and the 24th, I believe it's 1 million euro more. So you can win a lot of money. We'll discuss about that when we will be live, but you need to compete financially, but also for the prestige. And at the end, for us fans, it's nice to speak about numbers, to understand a bit the backstage story. What do we care about? The money, or we care about the result? The result. So Juve. Dai. Grazie. Forza. Juve.